Let's do that. Let us do this. Bing. And bing. And bing. Ding. Da-da. And that will be all. Right. So, hello. Today I'm doing a bit of a different live stream. Today I'm playing, this is actually a game I've made myself. Hello, El! How's it going? Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna drop it in the, game dev thing. So yeah, this is RPG Maker VX Ace. I've been working on making a game for probably 2 years now, I think. I'm not entirely sure, but this is the first game I started making with RPG Maker when I got it. And, there have been times where I work on it for like weeks and weeks, and there are times where I leave it for a few months. So it's not entirely complete. I think there's like a couple hours of main story so far, and then a whole ton of side quests. Hello, Kodak! So yeah, this is going to be kind of a stream to showcase what I do have, and try and get some feedback, get some hype going for it, and see what people think of the general story, the characters, the music, because I've actually made a bunch of the music myself. Not this one, this came with the RPG Maker, but yeah. Without any further ado, if you have any comments about the story or characters, or you want any clarification, just let me know. Until then, I need to click on this, and new game. So to start, I did make a tutorial, kind of just an overview explaining everything, all the controls. I'm gonna go through it, because why not? Alright, all of you pay attention. Kyo and I will now do a demonstration of battle. Pay close attention, watch every move we make. With training and enough practice, each of you could become a royal knight in a few years. This is sort of set in a medieval style setting, with it's a fantasy game. It's kind of, if you've ever played any Tales of games or Final Fantasy games, it's sort of something like that. And yeah, are you ready, Kyo? All set! Let's just take it slow. I'll explain how to do everything as we go, so just wait for my cue before acting. Battling isn't that hard once you get a grasp of it. At the bottom of the screen, you can see your character's stats. These are things like health, MP, TP, hello zombie! And what action you've planned. Health, or HP, is the orange bar on the top. When you're hit by an attack, your HP will drop. Make sure it doesn't hit 0 or it's a game over for you. Next is MP, or mana points. This is where you draw the power... Aww. Ellen Zombie, I love. This is where you draw the power for your special skills, which you will learn as you get more experience. Most think that MP is only for mages or casters, but even warriors use MP to make their special skills stronger. TP stands for technical points, which work in a similar way. Whenever you hit an opponent with a normal attack, or get hit by an opponent, your TP will go up. TP is used for physical attacks, the trade-off being that you don't use as much MP. Since you don't have any special skills yet, TP doesn't show up for you though. Again, it will as you get more experience as a soldier. Now, I'd like you to attack me. In the lower left corner of the screen, there will be a few options. Use the Z key to select attack, and it should be the first option. So, attack, and then target him. Slap. Good! Now you may have noticed there are other options there. Yep, I made it. RPG Maker is real simple to do. I made this guy's face, I made the main character's face, and then there's a bunch of stuff that was just preset. Like this player model I'm fighting is one that came with the game. Guard makes you block and you will not attack, but you'll take less damage. So I go down to guard, I guard, and I take less damage. Now sometimes none of your allies will take a turn, and instead you'll have the chance to escape back. Smart and plan ahead in battle. That should be all, thanks for the help, yada yada, skip the tutorial. Those are the basics of battle. Do you understand? Yes. Oh, she's speaking French. L, why you spend yourself in a place filled with monsters? I'm dropping frames. Did I forget to change my things down? Wait a moment. No, I've changed that down. That should be good. Huh. Well, dungeons aren't very dangerous. If you find you're not too overwhelmed by the monsters, it may be worth exploring a bit. Sometimes there's treasure to be found in corners or hidden areas around the map. Of course, you do this at your own risk. At the end of the day, I would much rather you come home empty-handed than not come home at all. Now, one last thing. At the end of a dungeon is normally what we call a boss monster. It's a monster that is much stronger than the rest you would find in the dungeon, and in most cases, it's a lot bigger. Sometimes there are more than one. Others, one is more than enough. Though no matter the monster, their territory is always marked by a single lantern. Like that. This is what they look like. If you find one and examine it with the Z button, it will heal you and your party members fully. Adventurers have many myths and legends as to what they are and why they appear, but I think they're just left by adventurers who want to warn others of danger past that point. Don't just take my word for it though. Some of the stories they have could be pretty fun if you believe them. Either way, keep your eye out for them. I learned French. That was so long ago. The only thing I learned was Je ne parle pas français, which is literally French for I do not speak French. Yeah, it's saying I'm having dropping frames. Maybe if I drop down my bitrate. Let me know how that is, because I just dropped it down a bit. So, back to the game. Don't just take my word for it, though. Some of the stories can be fun. Either way, keep your eye out for them. Going past that point means you're entering boss monster territory, and they will most definitely attack you. That's all for the briefing. Let's see what you can do. Everyone partner up. It is really fun. It's you can make some really silly games. You can make some fun games. I've always liked the Final Fantasy-esque games, so I've always wanted to make one. And I figure since I suck at programming and I'm too lazy to learn it, I'm just using this. That's all for the briefing. Let's see what you all can do. Everyone partner up, and then begin sparring practice. Don't hold back. Remember, these are training weapons, so none of you will be seriously injured. And so all the soldiers on the side partner up. Kyo, thanks again for your help. The Royal Knights are too busy to help with training the new recruits. Don't worry about it, I'm more than happy to help. I don't know how to stop! I just have a bit. This thing is tiny! Like, this thing is. My mouse is like. It's small, but I don't know how. I could move this over here, I guess. Is that better? I don't know how to stop that. Don't worry about it, I'm more than happy to help. I think that's all I need you for. Why don't you go relax for the rest of the day? You've earned some time off. Really, Wayden? You're the best. And I mean actually relax. Don't just sneak off and do more training like last time. Hey, you said time off. Besides, that's how I relax. I'm going to run a few laps of the castle. You need any more help, just let me know. Away. That boy, he really will never learn, will he? And that is the end of the tutorial. So, if you click no for the tutorial, then, this is where the game starts off. I think it's more the 3D rendering that I would have a problem with. I tried it once, and I just did not have the attention to detail. How's the stream now? Is it, going better? It's saying to up my stream bitrate to 9,500. I can do that. Let's 9,500. Alright, how's that? Like 4 minutes ago it said that the stream health was good, and now it's... whatever. Relax, don't worry, you're not in trouble. In fact, I think it's a good thing. Sweet. In that case, I think I'm gonna turn it back down, because my little streaming thing has turned red. Alright, excellent. A good thing? What do you mean? Well, I don't want to get your hopes up, but when I was a soldier, the king only called on me specifically because he was considering promoting me to a knight. And you've been doing very well in your recent training and assignments. Yeah, it's dropping frames. I may have put in a good word here and there, too. Really? Wow, Waden, you're the best. I'll go right now. Hey, don't go running off too fast. Remember, even a knight must be careful. So now we're in the King, Gadrion Castle. Zombie has retracted his message about it buffering. Kyo, thank you for coming on such short notice. Think nothing of it, your highness. I'm at your service. How can I serve you? I've heard good things about you from Captain Waden, and as such, at his request, I've given serious consideration to promoting you to a knight. Luckily for you, an opportunity has come to provide yourself worthy of such promotion. Of course, anything, just name it, sire. Something has happened in the dungeon. Everything's happened in the dungeon! Everything's going wrong. Waden, explain the situation. A troll has found its way into the dungeon. We've evacuated the guards and prisoners and managed to keep the beast down there. We want you to go down there and slay the monster, then report back here. Do you accept this assignment? Yes, of course, sir. I'll do it! Good! I trust you know where the dungeon is, but I'll remind you. The stairs down are located to the front right side of the castle. Before you go, don't forget to stock up on equipment and items from the storeroom in the front left corner. Just go down the carpet. Speak to the stockmaster, he can help. We await your return, Kyo. I expect great things from you. Yes, sir. I will return once the deed is done. And now this is the first part of the game where you can actually control a character. Now, yeah, I'm using OBS. OBS Studio. 64-bit. So this is the first part where you can actually control it. And this game, since it's based off of Tales of Symphonia, Tales of Graces, Tales of whatever, and the Final Fantasy games, I've hidden little Easter eggs, story lore, everything in every corner of this game. Like, there are the two doors there, each of which lead to a different, like, story bit place. Go up here, it leads to the conference room, which, if you go this way, leads to the Royal Library, with all kinds of little books and stories, like Gods and Goddesses Volume 1, The Gods of Light and Darkness. I think there's something like 12 books in here with a bunch of story lore. I'm not going to go through them all, but I'll go through a few of the main ones. Diary of Odd, no, that's not one of the main ones. Flame of Pyros. Yeah, this is the one I've been working on for the last couple of years. God and Goddesses Volume 1, actually, I think, is one of the main ones, so I decided to read the book. Legends tell of the spirits who created this world. They are known as gods and goddesses, and they control all good and evil in this world. There are 6 deities of light and 4 of evil. The deities of good live in the heavens above, and make sure that the darkness never overtakes the light. The gods of beasts and insects, Gazelle, watches over animals, keeping the balance of life. The god of heat and flame, Pyros, watches over the sun and fire, providing heat for the life to grow. The goddess of water and oceans, Undine, watches over the rivers and seas, nurturing life and allowing it to flourish. The twin goddesses of the heavens and the earth, Skyla and Gaia, watch over the land and sky, and all life. The final deity of good, the god of stars and the universe, Odd, watches over all with loving, caring eyes, making sure life continues forward. Together, these gods shape the world as we know it, and watch over it to make sure all is well. To them, humans are their children, and they do everything they can to ensure their children live a long, happy life. I've been considering releasing a demo just to let people explore and, see, but, there's only, like, a couple... Oh, no, it's far... I've only gotten, like, 2 boss... Well, I say 2 bosses, but there's actually, like, 5. But 2 main story bosses. They can ensure their children live long, happy, peaceful lives. So that's the goddess of light in this, in the lore of this world. Hello, Edlin. I hope that's how I pronounce your name. If not, I am sorry. Gods and Goddesses, Undine's River of Life. The 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Here we go. You decided to read the book. There exist 4 brothers who are keepers of all things dark and evil. These brothers go by the names of War, Famine, Conquest, and Death. Tasked with keeping the balance of light and dark in check, they took the title of the 4 Horsemen. However, despite their job, these 4 brothers are not always evil. Long ago, they did their job with pride, honor, and worked together with the gods to maintain peace and balance in the mortal world. However, not all of them were happy with this role. Conquest, the second youngest of the brothers, wanted more. To him, it was unfair that they had to do all the work while the gods just sat and watched the world like some sort of play. Dark thoughts grew in his mind, staining his already tainted soul even further. He came up with a plan to destroy the mortal world and all who inhabit it. Well, if I ever figure out how to export it, then I will. Along the way, one by one, he used his silver tongue to convince his brothers to join him in his mission. The more they tried to kill off the humans, the more their souls were tainted black with sin. Alright, well, now I feel... Ad Elin. Alright. Over time, they forgot their original missions, instead using their powers to bring misery, plague, and even death to the mortal world. However, even with tainted souls, the brothers remain true to themselves and rely on each other to the end. All that is, except for Famine. Famine, the second oldest brother, saw what was happening to his brothers. He knew that if they kept going the way they were, they would destroy themselves. His soul, being the least tainted of the family, cried out for him to save them. And while he did assist in their conquest to put an end to the reign of the gods, Famine had tasked himself with finding a way to bring his family back and return them to the men they once were. Under this new goal, the brothers began referring to themselves under the new brand, the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. So yeah, there's like a bunch of books explaining a bunch more lore stuff. There's books on occult, there's a bunch of lore bits bringing out the Kingdom of Gadrion. In a little bit after I kill this troll, there's a graveyard, there's a whole ton of little missions, and there's one boss that, it's an optional boss, an optional storyline entirely, that I've thrown in there, and I think it's really fun. So I go talk to this guy. What brings you to my little storage closet? Got a message from the king, I need my equipment. So he goes, grabs me some armor, some equipment. The main character fights with axes, which is his main thing. Grabs me a few potions, grabs me a shield. And then here we go. My axe, my shield. Here's some armor. Better take some potions. This game, you'll need potions. You'll need a lot of potions. I've made it so that you cannot beat a boss without using potions. Just in case it isn't, you should get a couple with these. Got me some money. Hopefully it's not too bad. Remember to equip it all. Press the X button to open your menu, go to equipment, and you can either equip them one at a time, or if you want to be quick, just hit optimize. It'll automatically equip what gives you the best stats. If for some reason you want to take it all off, you can press clear to remove everything you have equipped. Make sure you equip that stuff I just gave you before you leave. So, I go down to equipment, select Kyo, and hit optimize. Equip my hand axe, wooden shield, and casual clothes. And now, he said the troll was to the bottom right. So I go this way. Oh yeah, and I had Rose playtest this a little bit. Every one of these guys have something to say. Every single one of these little NPC guys have something to say. A couple of the characters. The king I didn't, that storage room guy I didn't. Sir Waden, the captain of the Royal Knights, I did create his character model and face. Kyo, the main character you're playing as, this guy here, is, I created him. So that face there, RPG Maker VX Ace has a character generator with just a few presets that I threw in, like that I created him with, a bunch more characters that you'll see later. Basically every one of the main characters, and except for one, I'll explain when she comes in. But there's I've done it more later on when I've gotten more used to it. So, the first dungeon. A dungeon troll. I guess it would be a bit in the back, but I should explore a bit. Maybe I'll find something helpful. So that goes back to the tutorial. If you aren't overwhelmed in the dungeon, if you explore a bit, there are chests like this one, which give you neat little things. That's a bandana, an equipment. So, optimize, I now have more defense. And I could go around getting all the little chests and stuff, but... uh-oh. Bats! It's the first dungeon. You're fighting bats and mice. We did it. Is everyone okay? Me? So, like, that face you just saw there, and this character I'm running around as is, like, I did create. Bats! I was about to say something, I completely forgot. Oh yeah, all of the, things I fought so far, which, to be fair, is just these bats and, the tutorial waiting. Everything I've fought so far came in the game as a preset battler. I have gotten a few more that aren't in the preset. I don't think I've used any, though. You can also see I'm just skipping a chest. Now, boss area is marked by a lantern. Warning, powerful monsters ahead. Party was healed fully. And with that, I'm healed entirely. I'm gonna save my game. I'll go over file 3, because the other ones are my other test files. Go up here. Bum bum ba. That's a big troll! It doesn't matter. Away! Now, this music I didn't create, but it didn't come with the RPG Maker. This one, when I was at school, actually, there was a bunch of stuff that you could just... like a bunch of music stuff when I was in college. And I just kind of took it. I just kind of figured I'd use it, because it sounds like a boss fight! Actually, you know what? I'll turn the music up a little bit. Just to... well, for when I do get to the parts where I did make the music. Oh Jesus, he's hitting a lot harder than I remember. And with that, the first boss, quote-unquote boss, is dead. He's not a main story boss, he's kind of a sub-boss. It was tougher than I thought, but I did it! I beat the troll! Now I just need to report to Waden and the king. This thing doesn't stop healing you, so... if you can, just walk back there to heal you entirely. I'm gonna skip over this part, all the chests in here, because I gotta leave some mystery. Mice! Now again, you can run, just hit left and hit escape, but I like the experience. I like XP grinding. See, level up. And you can see there, new skills, double attack. That means under special, I will now have something there to attack with. And that means also in the little fighting menu, I'll have TP, my technical points, which was again explained in the tutorial. This music did come with, this music did come with RPG Maker. So, here we go. Your Highness, I've returned. The troll's been taken care of. Ah, Kyo, that's excellent news. I trust it wasn't too much trouble. I almost died! I knew you could do it. Please go and rest. I'll speak to Waden and summon you should your services be required again. However, do not leave the city, alright? Yes, my lord. Thank you. Now, the king here, that character model and face came with the game. So far, the only two characters that I've made myself that you've seen is Kyo himself and Waden here. All the other faces and stuff are ones that just came with the game. Now, I'm not going to do too much exploring, just because if I do set out a demo, which, since there's so much interest, I might actually do that. I'm gonna let people just explore. Now we're in the main city of Gadrion. This is a huge map. It was the first big map I made, and it was a lot of fun. There's a whole ton of NPCs going around that you could just talk to. I used to be a great adventurer, then I took an arrow to the knee. I considered doing that. I honestly did. If you ever find a lamp in a dungeon, it normally means there are tough monsters nearby. It will also heal all your injuries. I can never find out how, though. So there are a bunch of just houses you can just walk into in RPG style. There's the item shop over here. There's the weapon shop, the armor shop, and there's a bunch of sub-quests you can do in here also. I'm going to do one, because it's my favorite one so far that I made. Now, is it you I talked to? Oh yeah, the graveyard. This also fills out a bit of story lore. For example, gravestone. Oh, this is the sad one. That's the sad one. I'm gonna move past that one. Here's the gravestone. Rest in peace, Prince Jack. Rest in peace, Queen Laurel. Rest in peace, Sir Gerald Hollow. He was the bravest knight in the Royal Army, a strong leader, and a loving father. Now, I haven't put it in yet. Waden is actually Sir Gerald Hollow's son. I haven't put it in yet. I was going to put it in later, but, yeah. His name is Sir Waden Hollow. May the Lord be with you. Then it is you! It is not you. Where's the other nun? You in the corner. Have you heard the legend of the Skull Lord? This is the, optional boss I put in that I really like. Good, that- oh shit. I was supposed to hit no. Legend says the Skull Lord is an undead god, who tests heroes while they journey. Should you agree to fight him, he will go at you with full force, and try to strike you down. If you beat him, he will give you a great reward, but he is very strong. And if he should see you as a worthy opponent, then he may appear before you again. Each time you face him, he will grow stronger, and the rewards he offers grow more valuable, until you defeat him as the strongest. If you can manage to do that, they say he will bestow upon you an ultimate power. Sounds pretty interesting. I wonder what it is. You want to know something else? They say that people have seen him lurking around this very church, looking for a new rival to fight. I did also sort of base it off of Chrono Trigger. It's my favorite game of all time. Yeah, I played it way back in the day. It got the remake. So now, you go back here. You don't have to talk to her, that's just how you would know to go back here. And there's an odd skeleton standing here. How peculiar. Come, my foes, raise your swords high, for I am the warrior who cannot die. Face me with all your power and might, prove yourself against the undead knight. Should your strength be greater than mine, a great treasure you will find. Come, shield in hand, raise your sword, face me, the mighty Skull Lord. Now this music is one that I made. And this is also the hardest boss fight I've made so far, at least in this part of the game. As you can see, he hits for a quarter health every time, and he has a lot of tricks up his sleeve. Oh, balls! Well, that was quick. Return when you are challenged. Now, you just go to 1 health and don't die. If you wish to heal, I am going to fight him again. I'm going to kick that bastard's ass. I mean, there is a sort of cheaty way to fight him, which is when you get the next character. But 10G, take a bath, and that bath just heals you. So now I just come back. Oh, I'm level 3 already. Huh. How did I get to level 3? I fought 2 bats. 4 bats, technically. 4 mice. And then, the ogre. Or the troll thing. Huh. So save again, because he's a bastard. Fight the Skull Lord. Now this one I'm actually going to put a whole lot of not do- oh, balls. That's the problem. You can't just spam the skills because you need the TP to do it. As you can see, he's got a lot of defense. He's got an anus load of health. But if you do manage to beat him, he gives you some good rewards and a lot of experience. Is this not the new version of the music? I think this is the old version of the music. Oh well. Oh, I am so not going to win this fight. I am so not going to win this! It's kind of got a placeholder name. Right now it's called, the placeholder name is Geminos Warp. Explain later, but, I'm probably going to end up changing that. Oh yeah, there's no way I'm winning this fight. Jesus! He's meant to be really hard. Rip. So yeah, that's the Skull Lord. If you actually beat him, he appears in a bunch of other places, which, if I do manage to beat him, I'm going to go through and actually fight him every time, because again, he's my favorite boss fight. So, you could heal at this, the bathhouse here, or if you really want to go for a walk. You could go all the way over here. To the inn. And there are a bunch of like little side quests you can do around here. But I'm just going to skip all those, because why would I do it? Leave that for people to explore in the demo. Come to here, which is where the next milestone is. Admittedly, there's not much to tell you to come over here. There's one kid that you have to talk to. But still, the king has summoned you again. Please come with me. Did he decide if he's going to promote me? Not yet. He wants to send you on another assignment. I'm sorry. I know you're supposed to have the day off. It's okay. You know me. If the kingdom needs me, I'm more than happy to answer its call. That may be true, but if you don't take a break every now and then, you'll just exhaust yourself. Now hurry up. We don't want to keep the king waiting. You know, lately you seem like more of a delivery boy than the captain of the Royal Guards. Just because everything he's done so far in the game is running and picking me up. Your Highness, I've come. I apologize for the lack of notice. This matter's rather urgent. Are you familiar with the abandoned wizard tower to the east of the castle? Yes, I was actually just about to go look at it when Waden found me. There were a lot more trees than usual around it, almost a whole forest. That's actually why I called you here. About 10 days ago, I called in a specialist to investigate the tower. But since then, I've not heard from them. I would like you to go in the tower and investigate what happened. If you can, if he's still alive, I'd like you to also bring back my specialist. Yes, sire, you can count on me. Excellent! I will await your return. And as an added incentive to return, should you complete this mission, I will begin the paperwork to promote you to a knight. Oh yeah. I won't let you down, your majesty. I'll return when the assignment is completed. And so, away we go. Jeez, I've been going for a half hour and I'm only on the first actual dungeon. Then again, I have just been messing around a bunch. So yeah, this kid here, I heard that the old building over there, a wizard used to live. And now they say it's haunted by his ghost and weird stuff happens. Isn't that cool? So now you just go over here. And Waden won't stop you this time because you're actually supposed to go in. Don't this look deep, dark, and magical? It's not just outside, this place is totally overgrown. What happened in here? I guess there's only one way to find out. I have only one potion. Damn it, Skull Lord! And I'm attacked by living vines. Now, double attack, it randomly attacks enemies twice. It could be the same enemy, it could be different enemies. There's a bit of a glitch where if it sets, because it chooses who it attacks before it does the attack, if it attacks the same one twice and the first attack kills it, it doesn't change the target. It just kind of keeps going. Now there's all these weird crystals here. Some sort of crystal, seeming to keep the vines back. That's a bunch of lore bits, a bunch of, this is when we're getting into the actual— oh god, spiders! This is when we're getting into the actual main story. One dead spider. Two dead spider. I'm actually surprised. I'm doing a lot better right now than I thought. Ooh, resist up. I forgot that was here. Oh, Rob. Rob, no. So, resist up, it's one of the I don't know how to explain it other than saying in Pokemon there's the, like Carbos, the irons, the things that permanently increase your stats. That's what that is. I forgot I put it in there, honestly. Oh no, that's when the problem happens. I've been poisoned! Run away. Now, poison, goes away after you, are in a battle. It's just a big pain in the battle, because it does an anus load of damage, and there's no real defense against it. Which is why I put it in here, because a lot of things in here poison you. This floor, too! What could cause all these plants to grow so wildly? Yeah, there's... I feel like that could be my autobiography, Adolin. There's a lot of confused silence. Ooh, a fairy! These things don't normally appear. I've said those things, they give you a lot of experience if you can kill them, but you won't because they're set to flee 90% of the time. 3 more potions, awesome. I don't remember what's actually in these chests, I just know that there's a bunch of them dotted around with good stuff. I remember I put a bunch of antidotes in because, Zombie, I see you've been watching, Rob's We Were Here videos. Well, I'm gonna post my videos of that soon, and you'll see what came to my mind when he said that. It is very different than the symbol he was describing. Found 60 bucks. Yeah, these things attack you a lot. Now, because I'm so low on potions, I'm just gonna skip a couple battles until I find more, which hopefully... Oh no, this is the weapon, isn't it? Yeah, this is the Kestis. So I'm going into this boss battle with 3 potions, not ideal. I can fight these ones. Jeez, my MP is low. I'm gonna lose this boss fight. I am so going to lose this boss fight. And with that, that's it. That's the first dungeon. Talk to the lantern to heal yourself up. Oh yeah, I forgot. My MP goes up. Alright, now, here's the first official boss fight of the game. Meet this guy. This guy is another facing character I made. Who are you? No matter, you cannot be here. You need to get out of this place. It's far too... And then bad things. It's too late! What's happening? You have to get out of here. This place is... And then there's a fairy. Named Sonia. Now, Sonia here is another, one that just came with the game. That's the only main character I didn't, make the face and character model of. I need your help. There's no time to explain, but in a moment a monster will appear from that crystal. I cannot defeat it on my own. If it escapes, it would consume the whole kingdom. We are the only ones who can stop it, and we must right now before it awakens fully. What monster? What's going on? I hope you're ready, because here it comes! Again, didn't make this music. This guy's a druid. And that thing's right blasting out the magic. Oh, and I forgot it has that. So yeah, this thing is a tainted earth spirit. And it's just going full hog with the magic. Jesus Christ. I've got it set so it doesn't use magic that often. Poison. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no, and I didn't get any of the healers. This is gonna go bad. You, heal yourself. Now, I realize that there's probably going to be some issue with particularly this guy's name. I intended for it to be pronounced Fidus. It is, I think, the way it looks, it's pronounced Fides. But it is pronounced, at least the way I've intended it to be pronounced, it's pronounced Fidus. Alright, I'm just gonna have to hope that it doesn't go for Fidus. Sweet. Now, poison can't actually kill someone. It can't kill your character outright. It drops them down to 1, and now I've got an issue. Please attack Yo. Thank you. However, I'm going to lose very soon. Fuck Yo. Yeah, I thought I would lose that. Alright, so now comes the unfortunate task of walking my way back out to go get more potions. Piss off, spiders. I'll fight you on the way back. Hold on, I gotta text my mother because she's calling me nonstop. Alright, I've returned. Again, I'll fight you on the way back for living vines. The beginning of the game, I try not to change. I made this part way back in the day, like back probably in my first year of college, which was 3 years ago. So, oh yeah, no, maybe 2 years ago. I don't know. I made it a while ago, and I've just tried not to change too much because I didn't want to mess anything up. God damn. Piss off. I have played through this so many times, Zombie. I think at least 3 dozen. This particular part. I'm trying to run from you, fairy. Why won't you let me? Alright, fine. I'm gonna punch you in the face. There you go. The later parts of the game, not as much, but still a good few dozen. Jesus Christ. On the way in, I had, like, only a few battles when I was murdering my way through. Alright, now back at the entrance. Now, in this game, when you beat enemies, they drop money. And you do get a lot of money if you start grinding your way through the game. So I'm just gonna go buy as many potions as I possibly can. Show me your wares. I'll buy potions. I can buy 8 of them, so I will. And I'll sell the cestus, because I have no use for it at the moment. Which means I can buy 1 more potion. I now have 11 potion. Jesus, I'm going 45 minutes. And again, I'm still only on the first dungeon. Not even through it. Oh, jeez. This is just becoming a comedy of errors. It's all because of you, Skull Lord! You dick! Now, some of these blocks you can go behind, it's just the buildings apparently you can't. I wonder how far up here you can go. I've never actually checked. Oh, you can go all the way. Sweet. There's nothing up there, I've just wondered. Because I just kind of placed blocks, and there's some you can go past and some you can't. Alright, now back my way up to the top. That's not where I wanted to go. Of course you did, you anus hole. Now, I could sit here rhyming off all... Oh, sweet, I got Dispel Herb. I could sit here rhyming off all the stats of all these things that I'm killing. Like, those plants have 200 health. So hitting it for 98 and then 104. If I remember right, these guys have like 250. God damn it. But, that's no fun. Leave it as a surprise. And then go up here. Now, this one is admittedly a pretty small dungeon. The next one... actually, no. The next one's kind of the same size, just more maze-like. It's... The next big, like, main plot done. I don't really know how I'm differentiating between main plot and not main plot. But, man, these guys suck at running away. There you go. I don't know how I'm differentiating between the two. The first dungeon is... It's kind of a throwaway dungeon. It's the troll one. Like the one with the troll in it, not the one that's meant to troll people. But, there you go. But this one is intended to be the first big, important dungeon. Because, like, you can't die in the first one. Unless it's to the troll, you cannot die. Those bats and rats hit you for nothing. And you're using a tomahawk on them. Your guy in full armor just running around a dungeon bringing the axe down on mice. I'm pretty sure that's basically a glorified exterminator. Party healed fully. Save again. Hello. Now just gonna skip through this. There's no actual skip button, I don't know how to program that in, so you just kind of have to spam Z until the cutscene's over. Which you can probably hear me doing right now. My keyboard is not quiet, as I've been told by a Orb-sama. Alright, now let's burn the witch. I can live with that poison for now. And again, I've done this so many times, I can just, like, menu my way through this game so quickly. Okay. Alright then. You're an ass. The worst part is I don't even think I'm halfway down this thing's health. And this thing gets harder when it gets down. Oh, there we go. Well, that sucks, because now... Okay. Jesus. Like I said, I made these boss fights hard. The difficulty curve is also something I'm having a little trouble with, because, I mean, you can go through grinding your way through and these boss fights are nothing, or you can go through and, not do much. You can not fight much, and then these things are impossible. I'm trying to find a nice middle ground between those, but I have no idea how to gauge that. Now this part is silent for dramatic effect. Yada yada yada. Monster roar. Alright, let's try this again. Stop poisoning me! You anus! No, I don't want that. Yeah, rip indeed, Kordak, rip indeed. I don't remember giving this thing that much magical attack. Or did I just give fight as shit defense? Alright, that is now an issue. You will no longer be poisoned. One time, of course. I knew that was gonna happen! Alright, let's have a healing period. Just because I can now not get rid of these poisons. Nope. Alright, so this thing keeps using Poison Cloud, which is better for me, because that means it, Did I up this thing's difficulty? I remember blasting through this boss every other time. Well, this is why we play test. Wait, no, I want Kyo to... Well... Now, when it starts using its big, scary attack, that's when I'm gonna be in trouble. Because if I did up this thing's... Jesus, it can dodge. I think I've upped this thing. That's not what I wanted to do. Rip Vitus. I remember making this thing easier. Or maybe I just haven't done this fight in so long. I've gone through 11 potions now. Oh balls, he got stunned. Let's keep Kyo up, because he's the heavy hitter. It hasn't used its main attack yet, which is good. If it stays doing that, then I'm fine. Well, there goes him. Oh, damn it. Alright, I'm gonna check the stats real quick, because it's gonna go dark for a moment. Let's see here. Enemies. Tainted Earth Spirit. And let's compare that to this guy, why not? Huh. No, those things aren't too bad. Let's just down it a little bit. And this is why I'm doing, every time I play it, I do a bunch of different types of runs. Just to, see where it gets me. Now just give me a sec, this thing's gonna load up. There we go! Continue. Alright, now hopefully this will be a little easier, but still balanced. Yada yada yada, the King's Specialist. Because like I said, normally I do the just grind killing everything on your way up the tower. And this time I didn't. So I probably just made the boss too hard for when you don't fight it. Oh, balls. Yeah, this thing has a chance to stun when it attacks. And if it stuns, then it's a real bitch, because it just cancels your attack. It does a lot of bad things. Alright, here we go. This does seem more balanced. And it's getting to the point where it's going to be using its big attack, which is scary. It's got its normal attack, which does like 100-something. It's got Vine Whip there, which normally does around 200. And then it's got its big scary attack, which does around 300. Because why not? If I'm gonna make it scary, I want to make people wet themselves. Alright, so there's my first poisoning, but I'm good. I've won this fight. Jesus Christ. You wanna prove me wrong? Because that's how you're gonna do it. There we go. 400 experience per character. Alright, now to save this land, purify! And now the slow saunter over. Heal Sonia. Don't worry, you're alright. We defeated the monster. You did it? Fight us, that's... No, I did not do it alone. I had some help from the human over there, who I believe I owe an explanation. Come with me. I'll explain everything once we get somewhere safer. So naturally, we go across the town to the church. I believe this is a good place to speak. We will not be interrupted or overheard. My name is Fidus. I'm a druid who lives in a forest to the east. The king called for my assistance with the overgrowth in the tower. Why'd you take me to the church instead of the king? Wouldn't you want to hear what you find out? Maybe, but what I found is something not to be taken lightly. Should be overheard even by a royal guard. It could cause mass panic and chaos. What could you have possibly found that was that bad? And if it's that bad, why are you telling me? I mean, I am a royal guard. That's a good question. Why are you trusting this filthy human? Because this human helped us when you were hurt. We owe him our lives. Pouting Fairy. As I was saying, I'm telling you because I trust you. You've helped my friend and I when we were in danger. Oh, don't mention it. It's the job of a knight to help all who's in need. Ha! I doubt you're a knight! Sonia, please, don't be a bitch. Humph. I'm sorry for her. She doesn't like humans that much. That's okay. Honestly, I'm not used to fairies and elves either. In fact, you're the first I've ever seen. I'm sorry, but time is short. We must hurry. I require an audience with the king. However, I know that's not possible without his guards there, so I ask that you be the guard present when I tell him. The less people that know, the better. I can try, at least. I can't promise anything, though. That's all I can ask of you. I will come as well, and ask assistance, and assist whoever I can. Perhaps the two of us together can convince him. And now we make our way over to the king. Or at least we would if I wasn't going to kill the Skull Lord prick. Because he's still up there. And he's just asking for a whooping. Oh yeah, and you heal at the end of that fight also. Now this guy, he's an optional boss, so he's meant to be overly difficult. He's meant to be like, if you manage to beat him, then you get good stuff. Now fight me, heathen! Ooh, critical attack. And like I said, this is quote-unquote the cheaty way. It's not actually a cheaty way, it's kind of a loophole way. He's gonna start doing the stronger attacks real soon. There we go, half health. He's gonna start hitting hard. Nope. There we go, dual attack. So yeah, he starts after his health gets to a certain point, he starts attacking twice. I think at some point, if you get him, if you don't kill him while he's really low, he actually starts attacking 3 times. I can take him down. I don't need to heal. There we go. And 500 experience. He gives more XP than the last guy. He gave a leather hap, a high potion. You have bested me. Claim your prize, but we will meet again. And then it disappears. Now equipment, Kyo, optimize. He now has the leather hap equipped. And because I know what's coming, I'm not going to equip anything to Fidus. Because he actually disappears from the party for a good while. And I don't know if, I don't remember if I put in a heal after... Because, yeah, I planned for you to fight him as just Kyo. So with Fidus, it's a lot easier. Just because the damage is split and you're hitting him twice. Or 3 times if you have double attack. Or dual attack, whatever the one it was. But yeah. Now I head back to the castle. I also plan for, when you fight him to have all the items picked up that you can, so your defense and attack would be kind of higher. And so that's it, Your Majesty. Fidus says we need to speak to you privately with as little guards as possible. I understand it's an odd request, and if it's impossible, then I'm willing to meet under your terms. However, I believe that the less people know about the details of what I discovered, the better. I would like to limit it to the 4 of us if I can. Now, in this case, the 4 is Fidus, Kyo, the King, and then Sonia. I don't have her sprite here, but she is. Please, Your Highness, hear him out. If you saw what we saw, then you would understand why this is necessary. What do you say, Waden? It's rather odd, especially... I think I spelled especially wrong there, now that I look at it. Oh well. Since it's so sudden... Kyo, could you give us an idea of what you saw? Exactly what was it? I actually don't know. Fidus is the one who knows, but from what I could tell, it was some sort of spirit. Please, Your Majesty, too much of our may have been said already. I only ask for what I feel is necessary to ensure the safety of this kingdom. The choice is yours, Waden. Thinking? Alright. Because I trust you, Kyo. However, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't insist that I be there as well. Is that alright, Fidus? Yes, of course. As the captain of the Royal Knights, you have just as much right to know as the rest of us. Then it's decided. Come to the conference room. We will speak now. The room to the right. Left. The right. This room. Alright, we are here. Please give me your report. Of course. Now this is where the name Gemenos Warp comes from, and also about where the main plot starts to begin. Of course, I'm sorry to say, it is far worse than I originally thought. In that tower, I found evidence of a dark magic. It's complicated to explain, however, it is not what's worrying me. What I found at the top of the tower, are you aware of what a Gemenos crystal is? King gets shocked. Where did you hear that name? How do you? With all due respect, Your Highness, I'm a druid. If I did not know, you would not have seeked me out. Go on. Thank you. Now, as for what I found. When I arrived at the tower, I found it overgrown with plant life, infested by spiders. Vines grew up through the stone floor and up the walls. They even came to life and attacked me as I'd made my way through. That happened to me too. The vines moved and attacked me when I tried to pass them. Kyo, please, shut the fuck up. I may be ad-libbing a little bit. When I reached the top floor of the tower, the vines had grown through almost the entire room. I had to set up a series of magical crystals and hold them back as I investigated. When we did, we saw the Gemenos crystal there. It was sucking up all the life from around it, killing the plants as it was growing. It was storing power. If the Gemenos crystal is so terrible, how could it have gone undetected for so long in the capital city? I don't know. It is possible it was dormant until just recently. However, there is a possibility that it was put there by someone. As soon as we saw it was active, we began the ritual to seal it, but it was too powerful, so all we could do was hold it back. Fidus had to meditate and focus his power on stopping it from getting any stronger. When your knight came in, he unfortunately broke my concentration, allowing the crystal's energy to be released. So that thing attacking us was my fault! Hell yeah, it was. The crystal caused the plants to grow out uncontrollably, which attracted an earth spirit who lived in the area around the city. It took to living in the castle, and unfortunately it was influenced by the power of the crystal. Surely you're not implying what I think you are. Hell yeah, he is, Your Highness. When the energy of the crystal was released, it went to the biggest source of magic in the area, the earth spirit. It became corrupted and taken over by the power of darkness. That's what attacked us. You can't be serious, that's impossible! What's an earth spirit? A real earth spirit? There's no way, spirits and gods, they don't exist in this world. I thought they were only legends. Ha! Classic humans. They're all bitches. What's true, you humans are all the same. Stupid, ignorant brutes. Why do we even come here, Fidus? There are better off in our forest, just the two of us. We don't need help from some humans. There's a lot of, like, character development that I've put in later. For these two, for Waden, for someone who's about to come in a little later. We could not have saved that spirit without Kyo's help, and we would never have found her if it wasn't for the king seeking me out for our help. I'm sorry about my friend, Your Highness. It's alright, she's allowed to voice her opinion, even if it's that she does not like me. The bitch. Stupid old man. Please continue with the matter at hand. What else did you discover? Very well. After the battle, the earth spirit was released back into the spirit world. I then purified the area and found this. What is it? It looks like part of a crystal that we saw. You know what this is, don't you, Your Highness? Yes, I do. If you're saying what I think you are, then I see the urgency of the situation. Sire, what is the problem? That rock, it is called a star gem. Legend says that they are shards of a star that exploded long ago. It's also said to be the source of all energy in this world, wind, fire, even life itself. All good energy in the world comes from these gems. However, since there must always be a balance, there are gems that similarly create dark energy, the Gemenos crystals. They are the cause of such things as death, war, famine, disease, plague, all caused by these evil crystals, said to have been dropped to Earth after being created in the center of a black hole. So what you're saying is, this thing you found in the tower, anything that comes in contact with that power for too long has the potential to be corrupted by it. Which means two things. First, if someone is indeed moving these crystals and placing them in specific locations, then it could mean that there is some sort of plot against the kingdom, possibly even the world. This is serious. We need to rally the royal army and prepare for... No. He said anything in contact with these Gemenos crystals could be corrupted. Well, you said you found that after the crystal was destroyed. Does that mean the star gem was inside of it? That's correct. The star gem being inside the Geminos crystal, that's no coincidence. It was put there by whoever moved the Geminos crystal, and if we did not come when we did, the star gem would have been corrupted by the dark power. What does it mean? It means the very world is in danger. If someone is trying to corrupt the star gems, then all life on Earth could end, and if all the star gems are corrupted, then it means the end. Life will become death, peace into war. All things good will be turned into chaos. There will be nothing left but ruin. So you know the legend. Yes, I do. It's a secret passed down from the kings of old. There are not much time. We must start preparations right away. I will contact the other kingdoms and tell them to be on alert. Waden, you prepare the knights for the battle. Don't tell them what the threat is, just that there is one. Have them ready to move at a moment's notice. I'll return to my forest. I need to meditate, connect with the powers of the earth. Once I do, I may be able to help locate the remaining star gems. Kyo, I need you to rest for the night. You have done well today and deserve a break. Tomorrow you'll become a knight, and then we will prepare for the battle to come. I trust it goes without saying that none of what is said today will leave this room. Thanks, Zombie. It's still kind of a work in progress. There's stuff that changes later, but for the most part, that's the general gist of it. Bad people trying to do bad things to make good things into bad things. Could I ask you for an escort to the city gates? Of course! Away we go. When you're done for the day, just go to bed in the barracks whenever you want to. Remember, your bed is the second one on the door, from the door on the wall to the left. Now again, you're kind of left out to explore. You can do missions. You can do, yada yada yada. I'm just gonna keep on going on with the main plot. How many potions do I have, actually? 5? Alright, in the next dungeon, I'm gonna have to go around looking for potions. Now, there's a lot of this town I didn't actually explore. I was only really in the upper part. But if you go down here, there's a park here, there's a mansion over here, and then there's the city gates, which normally not allowed past, but this time is special. Thank you, Kyo. You've helped us greatly. Don't worry about it. I was more than happy to. I'm sure we'll be able to see each other again real soon. I hope it is also alright for me to consider you my friend. Friendship is power! I'll be off then. Please feel free to visit my home anytime. Until we meet again. I still don't like your kind, human, but even if all humans are monsters, I guess I'll put up with you. Plot convenience! The fairy likes me! Alright, I don't know why I'm playing this game. This map, I think I have it set to something like 75 blocks by 80 something blocks, which a block is like one character. So like this guy is a block, this flower here is a block, this house, like this door is a block, that window is one block. It's a lot. Actually, I think this one is 112 by 80 something. This castle is, or at least this part of the castle, is 50 by 70, I think. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on. But this barracks, this door here leads to the barracks, and as Waden said, all you need to do is step to your bed, take a rest, health is restored, and now you move on to the next part of the game. If what Fido said is true, I cannot afford to sleep. I need to prepare everything I can. Knock on the door. Yes, who is it? Who are you? Where are my guards? King's in trouble now. For some reason, I just can't get to sleep. I guess I'll go for a walk. I mean, I guess technically the fairy is a tsundere, but it's kind of like a troubled past thing, big, long. I haven't gotten into it fully in the thing, but it's hinted at later. Kyo? Nothing, I guess. I could swear I just saw you going up to see the king, though. No, I've been down here the whole time. Are you sure? I swear it was you. Same hair and face. You didn't go to his room at all? I'm positive. I've been here all night. I guess it was someone else. My mistake. Something feels off. Better go check on the king. And away! Now, the king's room is, of course, up here behind the throne, I think. Yeah. So you go up here, up the stairs. Weird, there's no guards here. You'd think that there were guards. The king's room is this one? No, king's room is this next one. I'm seeing double! Trippy as hell. This man is... Oh, no. How'd you get in here? Bum bum ba. You look like me. Perfect timing. With you here, my plan cannot fail. And he lit on fire. You won't get away with this. You don't understand, boy. I already have. Your king is dead, and now you will be blamed. Your Highness, are you okay? Please stay with me. Do not die. What's going on in... Oh, no. What's going on? The king is bleeding out. Call a doctor. Begin the search for the killer. Nobody came into this room tonight, except for His Majesty. And Kyo. Dun, dun, dun. Someone hurry up and get a frickin' doctor. You need to tell me exactly what happened right now. I need the truth. This does not look good for you. I don't know. Somebody said they saw me come up here, so I came to check it out because I had a bad feeling. Then when I got here, the king was fighting somebody that looked exactly like me. Before I could react, he killed the king. A likely story, another you! This isn't a time for games. I need the truth. That is the truth. It was an imposter posing as me. He was using magic, and that's how he escaped. Sees him. What? Wait, no. I didn't do this. I'm innocent. How am I supposed to think? That story is just too unbelievable without any evidence. So unless you can prove right now that it isn't you, I'm afraid I'll have to arrest you and execute you for the murder of the king. You know I would never. I need proof. With this much evidence against you and without proof, you're guilty. Wait. Take him away. Wait, no. If don't resist, you're under arrest. We don't have time for this. The real killer is still out there. You can make your plea at the trial. Damn it! Profanity alert. Oh, yes, he did, Rob. Dramatic balcony confrontation scene! Where'd you think you were going? I love how I'm criticizing the plot of my own game. It's no use, there's nowhere left to run. Even if you somehow got past me, the whole castle will be looking for you. Just give up and come quietly. I have to catch the real killer. He's still out there somewhere. Still sticking to that story. It's no use. If you don't come quietly, I'll have to use force. And now I'll just kick this guy's ass. Now this fight isn't meant to be too hard, but it's also not meant to be overly easy. Again, I beat the Skull Lord, so my defense is, like, way higher than it's meant to be. So at this point, I could just walk through this play. Oh yeah, these guys also use the guard function a lot. See how much it did for him. You can't escape. I have to. Captain Waden wants him captured alive. More are coming. I need to find a way out of this. This is such a bad idea. Kyle, away! Into the moat. And faceplant. Again, not a face I made. So far the only ones that I have is Fidus, Waden, and Kill himself. I'm here, don't worry. Your old fart who need me to slow down a little bit ago. And you're the one who slowed down too much! Oh, come on, the day is just starting and we need to get as much done as possible. Yeah. Dad? There's a dead guy! What is it? What did you find? It's a guy. Let's bring him to our camp, he's hurt! Ugh, my head. I think he's waking up. Good, quick, get him some water. Here, drink this. No problem. Where am I? You're in the sewers, underneath the capital city. We fished you out of the water about a day ago. In all honesty, we spent a little bit thinking you weren't going to wake up. The sewers? Because I jumped into the moat. How did you get down here? Why are you floating along in the water unconscious? I don't know. The last thing I remember is... I must have floated here after I jumped in the moat. I guess I hit my head. That's why I was knocked out. You jumped in the moat? Why would you do something like that? It's a long story. Wait, did you say I've been here a whole day? Found you yesterday morning, and it's been a day since then. Why? Did you have somewhere to be? You have to tell me, what's happening to the kingdom? What happened to the king? He dead. I think maybe you hit your head too hard. Nothing happened to the king, and the kingdom is fine. But, oh, of course, my mistake. We must not have announced the king's death yet. Do you know the way out of here? I need to get back home. Oh, I'm sorry, but I'm afraid you can't go. The sewer is dangerous, infested with monsters. We're down here cleaning it up, but even we can't come and go without an escort from a knight. If you can wait, there will only be a day or two until a knight comes to escort us back home. You're more than welcome to stay here. We have an extra bed. A knight? No, it's okay. I'll go on my own. I should be able to handle myself. Thank you for your help. If you're sure, then here, you'll want to take these. 5 more potions. For safety, the monsters down here can be pretty nasty. It's best to be prepared. If you ever feeling tired, feel free to come back and have a rest. That bed is yours to use whenever you'd like. Now, I'm pretty sure, yeah, I've set it to heal you after that. Now, I'm gonna go this way, because if I remember right, I put a chest with a few more potions, which I could really use. Yeah, 5 more potions. Which I think leaves me 15. Yeah, I got 15 potions. Now you could talk to these people, I'm not going to. Right into the sewers I go. Slimes! Of the blue variety! They resist physical damage! Stop being assholes, little slimes. Oh yeah, see, that one I chose double attack, but it selected the same target for the both attacks. And then when the first attack killed it, it just didn't do the second attack on the second target. It's a glitch I don't know how to fix, but, ooh, green ones. If I remember right, the green ones are pretty rare. And that's why, because they heal. Alright, and now potion. Alright, there's one dead. And now this other one should not be too much of an issue. Now these ones... Oh no, never mind. I was gonna say these ones drop something special, but it didn't, so... No spoilers! These guys drop something called Soothing Cream, which is meant to stop burns, which is a status effect like poison, but I don't think it goes away at the end of the battle. And there's a lot I made a long time ago and I just forgot. But there's 3 kinds of slimes in this place. There's green, there's the blue, and then there's red. The red ones are basically fire slimes. They have the chance to leave you with a burn status effect if they hit you. But and yeah, basically the blue ones have to give you the Soothing Cream to stop the red ones. The red ones give you a thing that does something else I don't remember. And then the green ones give you... Oh, new skill, Strong Attack! Hell yeah! Well, let's just pop this on there. Oh, my health is actually, like, double that. Alright, and now for the fun part. Well, that's not what I wanted! Well, here's the red slimes. Didn't think I'd run into them. Now, Strong Attack is basically an upgraded normal attack. Which, honestly, I think the double attack is better, but strong attack does more damage to a single target. It's basically, if you're killing multiple things, I'd use double attack, I'm burned. And if you're killing a single thing, then strong attack is the way to go. Unless you're in that case and you just can't use it. Alright, so I'm now burned. Oh, it does go away at the end of the battle. Let's use that high potion. Alright, now for the fun part. What was that? Another one down. What was that for? It can talk? I'm not an it! Oh, I thought you were a monster that lived around here. Sorry about that. No hard feelings. Who are you? Oh, right. So, no hard feelings. This is another character that I've created. Another one of the main cast. Yes? You tried to kill me! Answer the question. Who are you? Oh, my name's Claire. I'm sort of on the run from the Royal Knights, so I would appreciate if you didn't tell anyone I'm here, okay? What? Why are you on the run from the guards? Well, I may have stolen a couple things here and there, so you're a thief. Why? Well, no reason. I wanted it. That's it? Fine, in that case you're under... Under R? I don't get it. Why are you down here anyway? I'm also on the run from the Royal Guards. That's great! Why don't we stick together? Strength in numbers and all that. Well, I guess you're right. Let's go. Yay! Claire joined the party! So now I've got Claire with me. She's a character I've had a lot of fun with. And she's also admittedly the one that I've got the most story for. Like, the most backstory. Sweep kick. Let's just sweep kick. Try to... No, never mind. Oh yeah, Claire has a special ability where she can attack twice, but her attack is so much lower that it's basically the same as a single attack from everyone else. Because she's a thief, I think I made her like a rogue class. Why don't we see that? Status. No. No. Status, Claire. Oh no, thief class. Oh yeah, and all these characters have little descriptions. So, Claire, a thief girl found wandering the sewers. She seems to avoid questions about her past, as if she's hiding. That's supposed to say something, but apparently it gets cut off. Oh yeah, I forgot I can't. I'm out of MP with Kyo, so I can't use anything. God damn it, little bastard. Oh, and I got soothing cream. Ah. And now I'm pretty sure this area is just oh, more red ones. I'm too used to using special attacks. I checked to see if I've got over 10 TP, and I'm used to just spamming double attack. Now, you might be seeing these things flash resist above their head. I kind of took that from D&D, where slimes have a resistance against physical attacks. So since I'm using an axe and 2 knives, then they're taking less damage. Let's see if I can actually get these guys to drop the thing I want them to drop. Nope. I did set it to be pretty hard because it's a pretty substantial thing to just get from farming enemies, but... I'm ignoring that chest. I don't need it! Alright, it's official. I've forgotten the way out of this place. There we go, that's the one down. Ah, and Claire's burned. I will admit, in making this game, I I watch a lot of the game theorist stuff, particularly the FNAF and things like that. And I love games that have a hidden lore behind them, like things that aren't directly said that you just kind of have to piece together yourself. I've done that a lot in this game. A lot of just hidden little Easter eggs and things to find, just because I love when a game is like that. Sir, you sure you want to check here? It stinks, and I doubt you would have come down here to hide. Yes, we must check everywhere. If it hasn't been in the kingdom, then it's possible he's anywhere. Waden? Hide. Who's Waden? Hide! What's going on? Quiet. Silence, woman! Hurry up, we don't want him to escape. Sweep the sewers, leave no hallway unchecked. If he's in here, we'll find him. Kyo, please find your proof before I find you. I don't want to see you die, especially if I'm the one holding the blade. He still believes in us. Is he a friend of yours? Why don't you go talk to him? I can't. He's the captain of the Royal Knights. What are we doing here? Away! No, I don't think I need to heal. I'm getting out of town for a while, too. Wait, that's it. Of course! Why? Well, duh, we're friends now. Allies. Not to mention I've got nowhere to go back to either. Long story. Besides, I guess you better get going now. Hope he's still there. Right, and stepping out of that place heals you. Oh, did I disappear? Was that he's back for Waden or for me because I disappeared? Because I did notice that the stream, like, flashed the thumbnail for a moment. Alright, again, this is music I did not make. It was just in the game, like in the program. Bees! Bees that don't like Claire. God damn it, bees. Yeah, I had a feeling I've spelt a bunch of stuff wrong. I'm not exactly the most grammatically inclined. And that's why I playtest. Cherry Forest, enter at your own risk. That's a good sign! Huh. Especially as a purely Canadian word, and it's only in this town I'm in now. You wouldn't know it. It's slang. It means shut up. Too many bees! Now these are giant bees. So it's not like I'm just swinging my axe around trying to swat a fly. It's, these things are official, like, big enough to be axed. Living plants! One down. Man, Claire's taking a beating. Now, if I remember right, there was a healing point somewhere around here. I remembered wrong! Heal, heal, heal. Now this sign, dangerous monsters ahead, do not enter. Too late. And again, buttload of treasure in the area, ignoring all of it. You know, I'll go with strong attack and just end one of these bastards. God damn it. I was trying to kill two of them, I didn't kill only one. I didn't kill even one of them. That's a good question. I'm gonna say, how big is big enough to be axed? That would be probably giant, like 3 feet big, 3 feet tall bees. Their stingers are so big that you could be impaled. No, he does not yet, but, he doesn't yet, but that's because, I've been trying to make this game very serious. But I feel like it's gonna come up eventually. Do not worry, it will happen. It's just a matter of when. Claire has the same thing where she does the 2 attacks, but if she kills it on the first attack, then it just cancels the second one. I don't know how to change it. And so I'll just figure, screw it. There's the healing point. Bronze cap. Now I'm gonna just reorganize my equipment a bit, optimize. And then, Claire, optimize. The optimize button is actually really handy. It's not one I put in, it was just programmed into the game already. Bum bum ba. The monsters are getting bigger! How does Fidus live in a place like this? I don't think they're very happy we're here. Doesn't look like I can sneak by. I guess we'll have to push through! Oh yeah, this is also a music that I created. If I remember right, it is, the technical name is Boss Fight 2. Oh balls, I done got poisoned. Now, having played through this so many times, I do have the pro strats. For example, Claire will use Vanish, which means she's less likely to be attacked. Which does mean that Kyo will be attacked almost exclusively, but that also means that now Claire can just focus on healing. Let's go strong attack. Let's murder this thing. Now, since she's still vanished and they won't attack her, the poison won't drop her health to 0. So I can leave her at 1 health and she'll be fine. Now let's go sweep kick. Now this thing's stunned. It won't attack until it says stun removed. Which is now when I will remove Kyo's poisoning. And now that stun is gone, I'll sweep kick it again. Restun it. It will be. You watch, zombie. Not stunned anymore, so sweep kick. That is an issue. If you rely on the sweep kick method too much, then you will die. Okay, I thought I was gonna lose it there. They're too strong! Too powerful! And now Fidus is here. Man, am I glad to see you! I know, the king is being killed. Please, come with me. The king is dead?! Because she never knew before this. Fidus, this is Claire. She helped me escape the city and get here, sort of. Nice to meet you. Same to you. Now let's go to my cabin. I'm sure both of you could use some rest. Yay! Please feel free to rest here as long as you need. The forest is sacred. Those after you will not find you here. Thank you, Fidus. But I don't get it. Who would want to kill the king? How could they have made it to the castle without being noticed? I know things must be confusing right now. I will do my best to answer your questions, but for now you must relax. You've been through a lot. And then the slow float over. Do you want some tea? Oh no, thanks, Sonia. I'm good. There's no time to relax, Fidus. That man, the murderer, he's still out there. Who knows what he's planning now? I understand your concern, but no good will come from exhausting yourself. Now tell me what you saw. I don't know, to be honest. I couldn't sleep, so I went out for a walk. One of the other guards mentioned they saw me going up to see the king earlier. I went to check up on His Highness because I had a bad feeling. When I opened the door, though, there was someone standing there. It was the killer. But somehow he looked just like me. Just like you, like a twin. It was more like looking into a mirror, at least until after he had killed the king. Then he changed, and instead of me, he was a hooded man. I see. Then it was magic. Powerful magic! Possibly a wizard, or a sorcerer. You don't think I do. Think what? Nothing at the moment. However, it's possible that the wizard who killed the king is also the one who put the Geminos crystal into town. How? Why? That's what we don't know. But illusion magic is very high level. High enough that if someone can do it, it's possible that they can move a Geminos crystal. It's possible the king was killed because we put an end to their plans in the tower. Originally, they planned to let the dark energy of the crystal destroy the kingdom, but when we stopped it, they murdered the king, leaving the princess to rise to the throne. Oh, I see now. Since the princess is so young, she won't be able to do it and the kingdom will crumble. But surely the knights will step in before that happens. No, they won't. They'll be too busy hunting me down for the king's murder. There's no way they would all just up and leave. They have to leave some of them behind to guard the kingdom. They did, but it doesn't matter. There was only one knight who knew how to help the king run the kingdom, Sir Waden. And he's the one leading the hunt for me. He's always been like a father to me, and he's probably hurting. He isn't thinking straight. That is true, but unfortunately, I cannot think of a way to help them. What? Don't cause a fuss. Think about it. If you go back, you'll be caught and executed. And then the captain will be too grief-stricken to run the kingdom. If Fidus and I go back, then we'll end up having to join the search or be labeled as traitors with you. Any letter will be disregarded and maybe even used as evidence against you. All possible doors are closed, all options covered. Whoever set this up played you humans and plans to keep playing you until you cave in and die. She's right, isn't she? I'm sorry, but she is. There's no way to save the kingdom other than believing in the princess. All is not lost so long as she is alive and trying. You're right, but I never met the princess before. I've never even seen her. How can we know? Oh, you're right about that. You have nothing to worry about. Claire, you're saying you know the princess? No. I'm just a filthy thief. But I believe in the princess. She definitely knows what she's doing. You know, you've had a funny smell about you ever since you came here, human. Not only have you been staring at me ever since you got here, but even a tulip could tell you're hiding something. Just who are you? What do you mean? I just said nobody important. I don't believe you. You've just showed up all of a sudden and conveniently found your way here, and on top of that, you're just sitting there listening while we're talking about important top-secret stuff. How do you know you're not the one who killed the king and pinned it all on Kyo? No, I would never do that. Sonia, you're going too far. Enough of this. For what? Fidus, you know how I feel about humans, what they did to me, to us, and you know you're taking their side again. Not all humans are bad. You must learn which ones are and which are not. What they did will keep hurting you until you learn to forgive. It is time. Forgive? How can I forgive those freaks? It's because of them my sister is dead. Dun dun dun! Away. So you know. I'm sorry. It's alright, Claire. Sonia's troubled past when it comes to humans. It's not my story to tell, but I must go find her before the creatures of the forest do. Feel free to rest here while I do. Wait, I'll come too. Thank you, but you should really rest. It's the job of a knight to help those in need. Besides, Sonia's my friend. I want to help. I want to help too. It's my fault, please. Of course, she probably went to the east through the path. It is deeper in the woods, so we should be careful. Fidus has joined the party! Again! Just gonna save this. I have some healing items in the chest over there. It would be wise to bring them with us. Deep forest is very dangerous. Yoink. 3 high potions and 6 potions. Added boy, Fidus. Deep forest! Now, I am making a side tour in this case, in this place. I can't talk right now, and I don't know why. Now, if I remember right, I did set... Yep, there are weak points on enemies that you can hit. In particular, these guys are weak to fire magic, being living plants. And weak points, I think it's like Pokemon, they just do ×2 damage. Not positive, could be wrong. Now let's just see who can kill this spider first. Oh yeah, the spiders are also weak to fire. A lot of things in here are weak to fire. 2 steps! Jesus! I forgot I put the wolves in here. Now these wolves are actually some of the player models that I put in myself. I found them, I didn't make them, I found them online and put them in. But, yeah, there's pretty much starting now is when you're gonna start finding the fighters that I didn't come with the game and I didn't create. Alright, now let's just plow through this last one. Yeah, it does! You just said that XP sounds like a phone ringing as soon as the XP went off. It does sound like a phone ringing, kind of. There are some sound effects that I didn't customize that were just general things for an RPG game. Hello, Arendelle! How are you? I feel like I've gone the wrong way. We're just gonna skip this fight here. I feel like I've gone the wrong way for the thing I'm trying to go and do. No, I haven't yet. It's just a twisted, winding path we weave. Piss off spiders. If I remember right, it is this one I go down for it. For the little side quest I am going to be doing. Piss off, spider! Stop following me! If these are the spiders. Okay. I'm gonna fight these things, because these give a lot of experience. If you might recognize them, these were actually the, plants that I fought in the, that last boss fight, the 2 side ones. Deep Forest is just crawling with them. Hey look, that's a very familiar skeleton. Just going to, heal, heal, heal. We meet again. Do you wish to face me once more? A reward awaits if you defeat me. Then prove you've grown more powerful. Skull-Lord! Let's set you to vanish. Alright, so you attack. You do vanish on yourself. No, I forgot to have Fidus attack. Yeah, I know I missed the chest. I'm skipping over it, just because I know what's in it and I don't need it. Oh yeah, I forgot this guy is incredibly powerful. Skull Lord 2. I think he's also immune to stun. I'm not positive. Arendelle, in case you missed it, this is actually a game that I'm working on and making myself, so I know basically everything about the game. In fact, there's no basically about it. I know literally everything about the game. There we go, he's not immune to stun. Now the problem with the stun loop is that if the stun goes away on one turn, every turn, then you're not going to get the TP to be able to keep it up. Fidus is almost down. And Fidus is my designated healer. Now this track is called Chorus of the Skull Lord. It is one of the songs I had the most fun with. This and one for a boss that's coming up later. I haven't actually gotten into the game yet. Oh wait, nope. I want Kyo alive. He's my heavy hitter. Alright, I got the stun lock so far. And you probably can't see it because I'm going through the thing so fast, but when well, it's gone now. When there's a status effect on the enemy, it oh, he's using Vine Whip, and he done poisoned me. Ah, shite. When they have a status effect on them, they it appears on their name. Alright, now is when the Skull Lord starts getting mad at me. Alright, there we go. He's stunned. So now I attack, and you see under his name, Skull Lord 2, he's got the lighting, the little thing. The stun symbol. Let's do a Dispel Herb on Claire. Hopefully she won't get killed. She will not. Wait, no, he's already stunned, so I'm just gonna hammer away at him. Uh-oh. I forgot to heal Claire, and now she's done dead. Alright. Oh, no. He gets stronger later. That much stronger. God damn it. I'm going to lose this fight. Stop using Vine Whip, you anus! Stop it! Oh no, and I'm out of MP. That means I'm just stuck with vanilla attacks now. Okay, his fire weapon seems to have fallen off, so... I can do this. I can do this with just... I cannot do this. I have 4 potions left. And he just put on fire weapon! I am so going to die. Uh-oh. Damn it. Return when you have grown stronger. Now that one I set to heal you automatically because you can't actually heal at the end of that fight. But I no longer have any potions, so I'm just gonna say, bye Skull Lord, you win. And move on with the main plot. Well, that's an issue. I apparently forgot to also change it so that the music switches back after you lose that fight. So it looks like until the music changes manually, this is what we're listening to. Oh yeah, there are also snakes. I was attacked by snakes. Piss off! I'm trying to get back to the main plot. No, there are spawn rates, so, like, I know roughly how long until I'm gonna definitely find an enemy. It's 23 steps in this place, I think? So if I take 23 steps and I don't fight something, then I will. Like, then will force one to appear. Alright, now plotline is this way. Dogs! And a dead fairy! Damn, those things sound scary. That's just fine. Get away! Oh, sweet, the music changed back. So yeah, there's 5 of them, so I'm just going to, go into multi-kill mode. They all attack, and then one gets lit on fire. Fire. Now, Fidus, he's a mage. He's got a whole ton of MP, and that's because his physical attack does nothing. Fire. Alright, Kyo could use some healing. I normally keep Fidus for the healing because, I don't know, he doesn't seem to do as much with his magic as everyone else does with their physical attacks. Which I honestly don't know why. Now, Fidus was targeting that one that died. Because it's a whole different attack, he will, change. Oh yeah, I have more out of potions. Shit! And fireball. GG! I think that's all of them. So, she's all apologetic and sorry. Hold on, step back and give her some air. She'll be alright. Oh, thank goodness. Another puppy! I'm fine. This is nothing. And now it's dead. Why couldn't you have done that in the fight if you could just slice their throat? You were so fast, even my eyes could not follow. Oh, that was nothing, just quick on my feet. Anyway, how is she? Sonia, are you alive? Yep. Fidus, is that you? We are here. We? Goddamn frickin' humans! Your arm! Claire jumped in the way to save you from a wolf, and got that bite in the process. Bet you feel bad now, don't you? But you're a human! I understand your confusion, I really do. I had a pretty bad past too. I don't really like talking about it much, but basically I'm the same as you. I held a lot of hate for a long time. I hated, I held it in, I never forgave, until someone who became very close to me told me something. She said, sometimes a smile can be a better weapon than hatred. I spelled hatred so wrong there. I think. Probably. If you truly want revenge, then live your life smiling. Prove them that they can't beat you. And one day, you'll realize that no matter what they did to you, what they broke, who they took away, ... In the end, hate will only bring more hate. I know it hurts, but you can't let that define who you are. You need to move forward. Friendship powers! I know, this is all coming from a human, so you probably don't believe me. But if you can just forgive just one human, don't you think that maybe you can find it in yourself to give them another chance? At least the good ones. We're not all that bad, you know. Just look at Kyo and I. We don't want to hurt you. We asked your elf friend to let us come out and help find you. We were worried. Love us! I guess you're right. You did save me after all. Maybe I can. Excellent. Let's go back home and rest after a long day. Away!
La la.
Have you seen Fidus? I can't find him anywhere. I thought I saw him out in the garden. I did too, but he wasn't there. I need you to come quickly. Fidus is having a vision.
What do you mean, a vision?
Just get out here! I love ad-libbing like this. I wrote this entire plot and I'm making but I'm just shitting on it. Forest Sanctuary. Fidus? Don't interrupt him while he's meditating! But what's going on? Fidus started meditating early this morning. He normally doesn't go in for this long, so I came to check on him. And then when I did, he told me he was having a vision.
What does that mean?
It means he's seeing something! Something that doesn't sound good. What do? We just supposed to wait? That's normally what you do. But Fidus told me to go get you. He broke out of his focus for a moment, which is a big deal to get you here. I think he's coming too!
Fidus?
I have grave news. We must leave at once. It was hazy. It was as if someone was trying to block my view, but I did see something... Are you familiar with the kingdom to the east, known as Talia? Yeah, I've heard of it. They have fairly good relations with Gadgeround, but they aren't even half as big as we are. Why? What happened? Talia has been... destroyed. Dun dun dun. What do you mean it's destroyed? Were they attacked? Yes, I'm positive. Their kingdom was struck with plague, a dark illness caused by evil magic. Their army did not even last a single night. So someone poisoned them? No, not poison. This kind of plague can only be caused by one thing. You don't mean, I'm afraid I do. In my vision, I saw the king of Talia. He was corrupted, taken over by the darkness of a Geminos crystal. Wait, those things can control people too?! A Geminos crystal is made of pure, concentrated evil. Any being that comes in contact with it can and will be corrupted. Even us, if we're not careful. I don't want to interrupt, but what the fuck are you talking about? Talia was destroyed, right? And this Geminos crystal you're talking about is what caused it, right? Well then, why don't we just go smash it? Between the three of us, that shouldn't be too hard to do, right? Don't be stupid! Of course you can't just smash it. If what Fidus saw is right, then it's inside the King of Talia right now! Not to mention, even if it wasn't, breaking a Geminos crystal will just release the evil inside. Storms of rage, anger, hatred, war. Sonia, calm down. She does not know about matters like this. She knows not of what she speaks. Fine. Sorry. Should we explain? You know how sensitive it is for humans to know about. Kyo, it's up to you. Do you trust Claire with this information? No! Yeah, I do. I'll admit I don't know much about her, but she's earned my trust. She's a friend.
Ah, friendship.
Allow me to explain. Geminos crystals are, to put it simply, the vessels of pure evil and chaos. There are many versions of the story, the most accepted of them being that they are created in the center of a black hole and then fall to Earth to bring destruction. Fidus, I think it's time. Tell them the real story! Isn't what you told the king what they were? Indeed it is, but it's not the whole truth. Are you saying you lied to the king, you filthy dog? Kyo, Fidus is a druid. By nature, they can't lie. If they do, then they lose their connection with nature. I'm sorry, but there are some things that even a king should not know. I thought by not telling him the whole story, I would spare him a terrible burden, but it seems I failed. As he met the fate I was trying to spare him from by only telling him half of the story. But with what's happening, it is time I tell you the rest of the story. Especially, god damn it, I used especially again. If you're going to be helping us fight whoever or whatever is doing this, we can talk while we go. It all began a millennia ago, long before any record exists for. Flashback! There were 4 brothers. Alright, I'm here. Why did you call us together? Ah, brother! It's good to see you again. How have you been? Enough. I did not come here to chit-chat, and I'm sure War didn't either. Did you? Talkative as ever, I see. And yet you just criticized Conquest there for being too chatty. Death, you're here too. You must have big plans, Conquest. Can I assume it's for the mortal world? Not quite, but close. And now that you're all here, I can begin. Death, please don't be so timid. It doesn't suit you. Come closer. You know that won't end well for anyone. It's us. Has it really been so long you forgot your powers do nothing to us? Perhaps it has been too long. When was it we last met? 2 millennia? 3? 12 actually, and a blissful 12 it's been. Oh, stop complaining, will you? I know you're happy to see us. At least admit you're happy to see your little brother War. Well, you know why that is? War doesn't run his mouth. These brothers go by many names, but in our world they've come to be known as the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Of the brothers there was war, famine, conquest, and death. They were the dark gods, the one who longed for the end of all things good. The time has come, my brothers. Time for the mortal world to feel our presence. Speak for yourself. They've been feeling my presence since the beginning of time. And I hear War just recently gave them a good show that they won't soon forget. It seems you and I are the only ones they need reminders of, brother. Wrong. They know of your work, but they forget that we stand tall above them, next to their so-called gods. And speaking of them, take a look at this. The gods created the star gems as a way to contain their power. They placed a stone in the center of a star and blessed it with their power. In doing this, they put part of their consciousness into the stones, part of their souls. What is it? That just looks like a simple gem. Why should we care? Oh, because it's so much more than that. Can't you feel it? The presence that's made us suffer all this time? Yes, I feel them. Those gods created these gems with a part of their soul within them, focused and hardened by the sheer might of a star. Wait, are you saying, yes I am? These shards here, this is part of a god the mortals have come to know as Gaia. Oh, that goody two-shoes, filthy wretch, always insisting their life is better than me. I say we break it, shatter it into bits, and make her feel it. I want to hear her scream in pain. Death, please, let him speak. Maybe you will like his plan even more than that. I doubt it. Oh, trust me you will, possibly more than the rest of us. Seeing that the gods had done, Conquest had an idea of his own. Since the gods had created gems of pure good energy, they felt they needed to do something similar. You see, these brothers were not at their core evil. They were keepers of balance. Their job was to ensure the light did not overthrow the darkness. Just as the darkness cannot prevail, the light must be kept in balance as well. Too much of one side will bring doom to all worlds. Why do we care anyway? Why don't we just let them destroy themselves? We must do our job. You know what happens to us if we don't. Yes, you most of all, wouldn't you, Death? Conquest, you go too far. I don't go far enough. Above all else, above your stupid pride, we must keep the balance. If we want to destroy them, then we will do it fair and square. Which brings me to this. Our response to these star gems. When I heard of their plan, I placed this crystal in the center of a black hole. Thanks to my magic, it absorbed all the darkness and negative power it made. And all that's left is... Conquest. I'm fine. Splitting your soul isn't as easy as they make it seem. You did what? You old fool. Don't be so close-minded, brothers. Just think of the possibilities. Now with this, I can spread chaos from 2 places at once. Death striking twice as fast. War that consumes the whole world. Famine infecting different continents at once. The world will tremble before us. Death, famine, war, conquest. The world will bow before us. Even the gods will tremble at our might. Conquest, you've always had grand ambitions, but this is just insane. I'll do it. Death! Good choice, my brother. That's 2 of us. War, what do you say? Just picture it. A war that swallows the whole world. You can't be. War, you must see spouting nonsense. This is insane. I will do it. War! Excellent. I will prepare crystals for both of you. In fact, if we really want to keep up with the gods, 1 won't be enough. We'll have to do 2 each. 2 each? You realize you're asking us to split our souls 3 different ways, right? Famine, let me explain it this way. There's 6 gods and 4 of us. Each god has split themselves in 2 to make 6 of these gems. And who knows how many more they plan to make. That puts the numbers at 12 of them to the 4 of us. But by doing this, there'll be 3 of each of us. 12 total. Sounds pretty even to me. But 1/3 of the power! If the gods have split themselves, they're only half as strong as they were before, and we will be too. Famine, the second oldest of the brothers, was against the idea. He believed that Conquest had gone mad, and planned to do what he did best. Conquer. In an act of war against the gods, 3 of the 4 brothers created a crystal made of pure evil, each containing a part of their very soul. You realize, brother, if you do not help us, you will only be hurting us. We need a balance. If you do not join us, then we'll each have to create 3 shards, possibly more. Then don't do it in the first place. There may be twice as many of the sources of their power, but there are still only 6 of them. 6 of them who are weakened. Perhaps I should tell you the other use of these crystals then. The reason the gods truly created them. The real reason? What do you mean? I mean, the gods created these gems not out of love for humans. It wasn't to help them. It was to cheat our poor, dear big brother. Death, wait. Why? He has every right to be mad. Those filthy gods created those gems so that, on the off chance they actually do feel Death's cold touch, they'll be able to survive. They're laughing in his face, and who's to say which of us is next? What you're saying is that we do the same. Death will one day have to take us too. Doing this is no different than them doing it. Or is it? We won't be using them for that. We'll be using them to destroy those gods who dare mock our brother. They want to defy Death? Well, then Death will defy them. I'll tear those selfish gods to shreds, and the filthy humans who worship them. It is our time to rule, our time to be worshipped. Join us, brother. Join our revolution, our conquest against the gods. Together we will destroy them all. Gods, mortals, none will survive. Only we brothers. You're all insane. Femin knew this plan would lead to the end of his brothers. He thought it would make them turn on each other, or just get themselves killed. However, even without their brothers, the remaining 3 carried out their plan. Femin is a fool and a coward. He doesn't see the big picture here. No, he does. But he only sees what he wants to see of it. And he knows how you are. I do too, so I will give you this warning, brother. I will take you. One day, if you dare try and escape me, I will hunt you down until every last piece of your soul is mine. Do you understand? Yes, brother, of course. Like I said, we are only doing this to dethrone those damn gods who need to learn their place. Would I ever lie to you? I feel we both know the answer to that. Prepare the gems. I'll return when I have the time. And don't forget, dear brother, I am the oldest of all of us. I can destroy you if you betray me. And I will. Death knew Famine wasn't wrong. He knew he could not trust Conquest. But he believed that he would have to if he wanted revenge on the gods. He agreed to a plan, and the Geminos crystals were born. Gems which hold the pieces of the souls of Calamity, the 4 horsemen. And that is the story of the Geminos crystals. We know it's a little confusing, maybe even hard to believe, but that's what the legend is. The real version of it, at least. Now we must hurry. Talia's in danger. The longer we are here, the worse off they are. Wait, question. Yes, what is it? These Geminemon thingies have the souls of these 4 brothers in them, right? So, when you 2 fought that thingy... Actually, that's a good point. That Earth Spirit we faced, you said it absorbed the power of the crystal. Does that mean it also absorbed the soul in it? No, if it had, then you wouldn't have won that fight. It only absorbed enough power that it was corrupted. And fortunately for us, enough that it was able to purify the remaining energy and destroy the crystal. But don't worry, the King of Talia won't be unstoppable, even if he has absorbed the soul of the crystal. He doesn't have a magical affinity, so he'll just be a lot stronger than usual, and more evil. Let us hope that it is not a soul of death, or there is no hope. Why? The host absorbs the traits of the soul inside the crystal. If it's a soul of death, then he would get Death's aura. They say even going near the god of death, it can prove fatal. If we're lucky, the one in the tower would have been part of the other 2 brothers. Now enough waiting. Let us go. Hooray! I like following the path. I don't know why. Even though I made the path basically randomly. Wolves! Piss off. Now, if I wanted, I could go back and try and fight the Skull Lord, but I have no potions. I will not win that fight. Bees! Oh yeah, also the four brothers, the faces you saw in the character models, again, I didn't make those. They came with the game. Actually, I think that chest has potions in it, so I'm gonna go for that. Yeah, 3 high potions. Excellent. How much money do I have? 4,000, huh? Sweet. Here is the main road. This connects Talia to the Eastern Kingdoms. Talia's to the south of here. Let's get going quickly. Now, I could try going north, but, no, it leads to the Eastern Kingdoms. Talia is to the south. So I planned for people trying to go off track. Exploring is, encouraged in this, but, you know, be reasonable. Now, I've been going for about 2 hours, 2 hours, 15 minutes. I'm thinking I'm gonna call it there. Because I'm getting close to the end of what I've made. There's a lot of secrets I haven't even covered that you could go around and explore. I will say, if you do a lot of exploring, then you'll be able to find the history of Gadron Kingdom. You'll be able to find a very disturbing note that the king of Talia has sent, or is going to send to someone. You can find the lore of all the gods, and the origin story of the 4 horsemen. You can find the story of a cult that worships the horsemen. You can find a sad story about the previous rulers of Gadrion and their fates. And you can also find a bunch of quests that don't seem to tell a coherent story, but they will later on once I finish it. So, gonna end the stream. If you've enjoyed, I will probably put up a demo with how many people are saying that they'd like to try it. If you enjoy, remember to hit like, favorite, and subscribe. And I hope to see you next time.